I'm out this morning. Put a new axle in on this guy's pontoon boat. He wanted me to do that, so I got Kenny out here. And
oh no! Don't take my picture.
You don't want to be on video, Kenny?
No.
You want to be on the YouTubes? Okay. Well, Kenny doesn't want to be on the YouTube, so
okay.
You don't care.
All the girls will see me though. They might come running.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I see you got your 24/7s.
Yeah, I'm 24/7.
24/7. My Uncle Scotty sent me a video. I think of that. He had something. I was like, oh, come on, man. What the heck? He's 24/7. 24/7. I think that's going out. I can't tell. And this thing is solid as a rock. So I got 2 screws there, and then I got a screw here. I might. Fire's right up. That's good. I might have to put the prop on it. And then, so I'm not running it, you know. Well, gotta get this thing off of this one because it's getting put on another boat. So I don't know. It's an old classic 50. Mercury Classic 50. It's so weird. It's not a Classic 50 because that would be a distributor motor. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's got the old trim rams. Gonna have to get this off first, and I might tilt it up to get them bottom bolts out of there. But it's got stuff in it. It's gonna have to come out. Like, we got this tank, and I don't know if he's missing a lid. What's going on with that? And then, of course, they've got this and the hydraulic lines that come over to the tilt cylinders. So you got to disconnect them from the bottom of the pump. I'm going to have to pull all the wiring. Probably these cables, they look newer-ish. He also, because his that he has, doesn't have tilt and trim, so I'm gonna need to I guess remove this whole thing, this whole remote here. I might as well tilt it up, and of course I want to go buy me a tent because I could put a tent over this. It's gonna get warm today. So I guess I'm going to get busy, and I guess this will be my project for today. You know, once I get all that done, I'll loosen this and get rid of that. Get her on my engine stand. And this is a seized motor, seized power head. So this is going to need to go inside this boat. I'm almost wondering if I want to do that first. You know, just go ahead and throw it off in here. He said he'd just throw it in the floorboard, so I guess make sure it's solid enough to take. I guess I could also, like, I could put that one on here. But that means I'm gonna have to set that one on a stand. Which I guess I could do that too. Man, that's a lot of work. So, it's a lot of work for an old engine. We're gonna get her done though. Get her done, get her dead. Oh, by the way, don't use this oil. It sucks. That stuff ain't no good. Guess that'll all go to the recycler. Just getting stuff out of the back here. Got that old gas can. It doesn't even have a cap. Oh, I guess he dropped it. I see it. I think I see it. I see it. I just can't reach it. Get a pair of needle nose or something. I'll get that out of there. And then at least see. Then you don't have to buy a new tank. And I got the 2 bolts. I got the nuts off wherever they are. Got this disconnected. I guess I can move this now. Got the tank out. We're still hooked up. But now that I got the prop off too. Got the prop off. I think we'll just go down for the last time. Make sure I got enough room there. Just need to get it level, basically. Maybe even slightly down. Just when it lifts up, it'll. Anyway, so now I gotta start disconnecting stuff like my throttle cable and all that. Take this off. Start putting stuff certain places, wherever I can. So I got to get rid of that fuel. Man, just it's hard to do one-handed. Got my hat on because it's kind of warm out here. Alright, and get the lid off. See, this is in really good shape too. A lot of times you don't see these old motors. They had good paint back then, I'll say that. Now we'll have our lifting eye, we'll put in here. First I gotta get each one of these guys off. See how easy that will be. Of course, it's kind of not gonna play nice because somebody tightened it. I don't know. So this is gonna be our throttle. If I can get it where I can move it, maybe. This is just for easy reassembly. That's it. I'll put a T. Man, I cannot talk. T. Alright. And then we may need we're going to need a screwdriver, flathead. And this looks like one I did at one time. It's crazy. Like my handiwork. Come off of there! It don't want to come off. I don't know what's going on with it. Alright, so now those are undone. Now we can get our lifting eye in. And I guess first we'll come over here and disconnect the battery, and then I'll come over here and disconnect our harness down here and our battery cables. And then yeah, we're gonna have to pull this. Man, they've got this whole bracket system down here. Probably gonna have to pull all of that. So we got a little bit of a job here. Yeah, not fun. See, because I gotta get to those hydraulic lines down there and get them loose in order to pull this all out. This is a bigger job than you would think. And I guess we can do something. We gotta do something with that fuel line. Looks like it goes over to where they got it going in at. Because there's the pump. Oh, it's right here. So we got to take that loose so we can pull the fuel line. So really you should have had, see, they have this on the output going to the carbs. I guess it works, but at least it's doing something. I almost got this thing out of here. And of course, whatever they put, probably 4,200, 5,200, I don't know. They put that there, and now, like, I don't know, man. Might be a real pain to get out. I'm gonna have to crawl back up in here, though, because I'm gonna have to bait on it. Let the baiting commence, I guess. Ain't no good way to do this. That's why people wonder why boats cost so much, because man, it takes a while to do this stuff, man. You can't, I don't know, man, you just can't. I think it's gonna, had an older guy, he was mad about how much it cost to do an impeller or do a water pump, and he thinks, oh, I just want to replace this. And I'm like, yeah, and then it's gonna come back, and then guess who's got to do more hours, and then who's got to eat those hours? Me. That's who. So I don't know, I just don't do it anymore, man. It's like, I'd love to help everybody, but I don't know, once you get kind of taken advantage of sometimes, you just don't want to do it. This transom shot. I think that's going out. I can't tell. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like it's. Can't tell, man. Doesn't even feel like I'm gonna have to cut these off, man. I hate to do it, but may have to. I knew it. I want to get all this is going just swimmingly well, and then as soon as I get to this point, you know, we're screwed. We're not screwed, we just can't get it off. You know what I mean? Got a couple of these pry bars, which is probably not gonna help. Yeah, it's just flexing. And then where they put the bolt, it's not doing anything, so I don't know. I kind of feel like if I could get one side, maybe I could get the other. I got a couple of prop bars. Yeah, maybe I can get the head and get a pair of bicycles on it. They got the wrong bolt anyway. Put this knife up before I cut myself. Alright, it's out. She should be loose now. It's kind of ridiculous what they did right there. Whoa. Hang on. Hang on, Snoopy. Snoopy, hang on. Put those pig mat, wrapped it up. Wrap it up. That's a late 80s, 90s reference. Nobody will get, none of the kids. Fabulous Thunderbirds, wrap it up. Anyway, it's off. So now what? I'm done. It's the next morning. I'm moving a little slow, but we're getting her done. Looks like the old pig mats did their job. I put this out here just to collect it because somebody put transmission fluid in that, and those old pumps, it's like just 10W30 is all you need. So anyway, that did its job. We can leave that. And I'm basically I'm done with this. You know, it's like I just got to pull that tachometer over there and pull that this morning, and then I got to figure out some kind of situation for this. Either I'm gonna put this on a stand. That's what I'm thinking, and then I'm gonna pick up that one and just set it on here so he can just get it out of here. It's supposed to come. Well, most likely this one is toast. It's missing the light. That'd be where you would, you know, send that for the light. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, we could test it. It does have a quicksilver number. Looks like 15110A2 to 0288. I don't know. It's probably that 15110A2. But it also has a space 0288. So I don't know. I have to try to look it up. And it does give you even still the range. And you can select the pole. So it's down here on the bottom. That would work, I guess, but it's not going to be backlit, you know, if you ever get out at night. And he doesn't have a place for his gauge on that old tracker, so he's going to have to come up with some kind of mounting deal to get, at least get a tachometer up there. Alright. Well, that's ready to go. I mean, it's just on there, you know. He'll just have to be careful driving with it. I'm gonna put the lid on. Just you know, these are just you know, they're what do you call these? I'm mentioning it and I can't remember, but yeah, it uses these little, you know, tie down like I can't remember. Anyway, let me get this here. These right here, that's off my lawnmower. Had to replace the, you know, those spindles on that deal. Let's see if I can get this on here without by myself. And I can't remember. I think he had the, oh, maybe he's got the lid for this, for his flywheel. Or he took it off or something, you know, because he was trying to pull it and it was just stuck. I don't have it. For sure. I guess I better look. I mean, he doesn't have a tachometer, so most likely, like, you know, this is the boat that it was on. It was a, it was one of those bass trackers, early bass trackers, but it's like a deep V. It's interesting. I hadn't really ever seen one like that. But, or what was it? No, it was a low boat that made it, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, I'm shipping this one out of here today. Okay, I got the tire in the back of the truck. At least that cleaned it up for a bit. It's just really bad. It's a good tire though. Looks brand new. And then when that hub, it's blown out. Unfortunately, this is going to need a new axle. You can see, like, right, if you guys see that, it's dug into it. So yeah, it's just easier to just get a whole new axle delivered. Alright, well, the project for today is to work on this old tracker boat, get it rigged up. I got new engine for it. Well, the first things I'm gonna have to do is take this guy off, and which has got the wiring harness and all that stuff, and it kind of goes back around here, you know, and I gotta, you know, anyway, this has got I got another donor over there, you know. It's got the controls, and it's got what has it got, man? It's got everything we need. Yeah, so anyway, what I was saying was, you know, I'm gonna undo these, and I gotta figure out how, because that's an old school trim pump, you know. So I'm gonna have to figure out, like, where that's gonna sit. I think it's gonna land right there, but I almost need to, like, I don't know, man. You know, there's a live well right there, and that's probably not gonna work. Anyway, I'll figure it out though. So he does have a good fish finder right there. So this is just gonna get pulled back out. And then I got this guy, so I can take that remote off, get it out of there. And then it's kind of muddy, so I'm trying to do this because one of the first things that's got to go in is this remote, you know, before I install the engine. So I think that, and then, you know, figure out where we're gonna put this trim pump, because it's got to go in the back somewhere. And that's going to be the real trick. But anyway, they don't have the bottom screw. Okay. I don't think there's a bolt behind it. Is there? Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, there's one. So I only had a couple, which is good. Break that loose. This one's got the little spacer. Yeah, it should just come out of there. Yeah, there's a little spacer in the back, and you gotta kind of. So probably there is on the other side too, and somebody's dropped it. There it goes. So it's like a little zert with a. Anyway. So somebody's probably dropped those. Now there's the other one. There's two. Or we could just put, you know, really hose that off. Yeah, because we're gonna need this. Okay, so let me hose that off. But this, we're gonna pull out. Well, I got this, we don't need that. Somebody has. Oh yeah, there we go. First thing, I can just pull it. Oh, that's what it is. Somebody's got it tie wrapped right here. See what's going on here. Oh, we got another one. Somebody has. Alright, so he has this live well in the middle, and so that excuse me, just trying to get settled in here. And he's got a bad bunk board. Man, he's got some other issues here. So yeah, this is a live well. And I'm not sure why he's got that pipe in there, because really that should be like a drain plug. So I guess it's an overflow. You know, shouldn't leak though. I mean, it's holding water right there, so I don't know, but that should be a plug or some sort of recirc. And maybe, you know, because they couldn't reach it because it's all the way up underneath this floor, see? Yeah, so it's all the way out of the floor, so if it starts leaking, I mean, it's just going to leak. That's just all there is to it, so. And that's its inlet right there, which comes from that hose right there, the black hose. That would be the inlet. So we can't mount this thing right here, but it may still be possible to mount there. I don't know. Let me see. Because the old one, the old system had, I'll show you as soon as I get this in the down here. Got wires and everything, but man, this is the old pump. So obviously, like I can't put it onto here or anything. But the old motor or whatever, the old boat, the donor boat, if I could talk, had, somebody had made this guy up, right? So I think we can just go like right here, and it's gonna, you know, I think we can just go right there, and I think it's going to be just fine. And then what you want to do is what I did with another boat, is just get you like, see, it'd be ideally, like, this is your connections right here. So, like, ideally it'd be nice if you could go like this, where we do something like turn it and put it. I think that's probably what I'll do. Just thinking about it. But what I was going to say was, you get you a peanut bottle, or one of those things, like next time you buy it, you're going to, do a turkey or something. See, we can do it just like right there, I think. Maybe even over a little. It kind of sucks, it's going to get it, but I could go forward some. Yeah, I can go forward. I'll find a place and then I'll just, put her down. But what I was going to say is, like, once you get it on, then you can take one of those, even like a cat litter, you get those in a, cut it out and just place it over the top. I know a peanut, like those peanut oil containers, I know that works. All that to spit that out. But yeah, so anyway, I think this is gonna mount right here. It's or maybe, put the battery here, put one here, and then put another battery right here. Figure this out. I'm gonna figure out where I want to put it before I just make a commit to it, I've got a bunch of this wiring. This is all coming from someplace. I have no idea. Yeah, alright, let me figure this out. Alright, I was trying to mock this up. I'm going to use their little bracket they got, and I'm going to go right here. So then I made a couple little marks, where it was going to live. So, like, I got a mark down there on the, on the bottom there, and then I marked this right here, and I'm going to cut that off, and then, smooth this so that it doesn't hurt you or whatever. And I'm going to mount that guy right there. And that will still leave me room. I got a battery out here. Put one here. Kind of showed where it would go. Just to see if I could get another battery over here. And it looks to be like there's going to be plenty of room to add a second battery right there if we need to. But I think... I've been talking to him, and maybe he wants to do his trolling motor batteries up there. Or we could do them like right here, 2 batteries underneath is where I was thinking. Maybe, at the base of his feet. So he just needs to get like a few different, those little containers you put battery or battery box. Get a couple of battery boxes, and I'm gonna get him straightened out. Alright, it's kind of mocked up right now, but this is, I think, I want to do it. This is what makes the most sense to me. And this thing is solid as a rock. So I got 2 screws there, and then I got a screw here. I might even do another one right here. I haven't made up my mind. Like I said, I just have this sitting here because I'm gonna connect, the hydraulic lines and hook them up before I, do anything else. But you can see you got plenty of space. You can even get, like I say, in like one of those, battery boxes, and you can set it in here. This is kind of protected. I mean, like you get one of those peanut oil canisters, and then you just cut it out and set it on top, and you got a plastic piece on top. So now I need to go ahead and get a remote on and get it started back here. And it's kind of raining a little bit. It's like sprinkling, starting to get a little muggy. So I believe we're about to get another shower. Anyway, that's how far I got. Went ahead and got this on here. Got the cable back there. I got to adjust it up and figure out, you know, where I can tuck things. But this is now installed, so I think I might, for him, go ahead and run him a couple of screws. I don't know where his deck lid is. I don't know if he's got that or what. I have to ask him. It's probably 3/4 inch, but he needs to protect this because that's where all of his wiring is, which looks like it's okay. Maybe the horn works, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. And I took some super clean and cleaned this off and cleaned that off and kind of prepped it up, make it look a little better. And so anyway, that's, then I took if I can get this to do right, oh, there we go. And then I took my drill, or it's actually my impact gun, and then a brush attachment, and cleaned out those holes. I'm thinking this was prior, it's just a plate. This is actually not the original, so I'm guessing they did this. Alright, so yeah, they added this plate. I'm gonna seal these 2 holes up because I think I'm gonna have to drill 2 new holes, and I'll be ready to kind of get this engine going. Maybe I can get it hung on there today. I'm gonna lower the front end, you know, so that'll put me a little higher, but it's it helps. And of course, another guy with a jack, you know, on the wrong side. And I got it on here. Now we got to get all our hydraulic lines hooked up next, and get this properly mounted. And then I'll drill my holes later, because I'm gonna have to trim this up. I got to get it up in the air so that I can put the last, drill that hole. So I'll just have to do that whenever I get it hooked up to the trim. Alright, so I got it mounted, and next thing to do is I got to hook up the trim, because I got to trim it up in the air to mount the 2 holes that go down below. So those old holes, they didn't match up, so I took some of that, you know, it's, what is it, is it Clear Bright? Star Bright, and that's gas and oil resistant. Won't hurt it. I'm gonna put 2 bolt holes down there, and I do have a plate. I think I'm gonna take use of this plate. It's from the old one. I probably don't need it because this is a really thick plate that somebody had cut, I guess, to shore this up. So I don't know, probably don't need it, but it's mounted, it's on there, it's set and flush. Let's see if this thing will even run. It's the first time I started it, really, so no telling. Got water in the tub. Alright, so we can give this a little something. Yep. Still got it in the warm-up mode, but Seems awful low too. Seems like if I don't know. Seems like it should be a little higher. We got the warm-up lever up. Maybe it fell down some. Uh-oh. Or maybe our cable came off. Yep. Okay, there you go. Cable came off. I got them on there. Yeah. I won't even describe what I did. Is that wrong? Okay. Okay. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, it's hot. Set this over here. Let that cool down. Same thing as this. Give that a few minutes or go get some rags or something. All right. Got the lid on it. Because, you know, gotta have that. Fire's right up. That's good. I might have to put the prop on it. And then, so I'm not running it, you know, I'm putting it in gear or anything. But I'll probably grease all the fittings. There it is. That's pretty good. Pumping. Yeah, I killed it. I think I did that when I pumped it up. I think it was pumping just fine. So the next thing we gotta do is I gotta figure out how to get his tilt and trim. I mean, there's I gotta get him. Spit it out, Jeff. I gotta get him a gauge going with his tachometer. So I can figure out where I put those lines. Thought they was right here. Yeah. So I just need to maybe do this real quick. May have to get rid of this connector because he's just gonna have a tag. So when it gets cool out, because I'm trying to do this in between like really hot weather. But if I have to come off of here and I gotta drill a hole up here, I told him he needs a tachometer. You know, that's probably why he blew the other one up. So we're gonna drill a hole. I've already got the gauge, and then we're gonna come off of here And unfortunately I don't have the little whip, so I'm gonna have to get, you know, a couple pieces of, would be 3 wires. It's gonna be a gray, and then it's gonna be a purple, and then a black. And it's gonna come off of here and go up to our tack. So maybe, you know, probably just follow this right here. You know, he had this, so we can just go like through this little tube, and then right up to wherever he had, you know. So because it is going to be key ignition on. Yeah, it runs good. So that's the next things I got to do. I've got the gauge hanging in here, but yeah, you can see it's going to go like right there. You know, because you need to know what your RPMs are. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. So if I wait a little while, this will be in the shade, so I'm gonna give it a few hours and then do that. And in the meantime, you know, I'm just waiting on a couple of parts. I did check out, this works. This is gonna be, you know, our cabling for this. And I don't know what this is. This is probably to his light up front. I haven't figured that out yet either. I'm sorry, I'm all over, but this line is a trolling motor, and I've got it routed now to a box that's down here, and this is where this is coming out. So I'm waiting on a switch, and we're gonna put it on a switch so you can turn it off and on. And either I'll mount that switch under here somewhere. I might even mount it on the wall down here so you can turn it off and on. But this is gonna go to here. I got a couple of little things, like I can go ahead and put the negative side ground on this, and then, you know, and I could have put this battery up here. It looks like somebody put some weights in order to weight the front down, which makes sense. And then since we're doing that switch, I'll wire this straight, okay? But I'm gonna have to get some good big butt connectors for this, so I don't have any. What else, guys? You know, like this, just the foot switch. We can set this down here. Look like this is gonna come over here, and you know, he could even mount that foot switch to the floor if he wants to, but I think it's gonna go like this. And then in the garage I got my oh, I don't know, it's so hot, man. I'm going here to cool off. Whew. Alright, so I've just got, you know, this is a Faria gauge for tack. And then what else? What was I just talking about? Oh, he had this. Now I could replace this, and he could just plug in and out. And I'm sort of debating on that. Since we got a switch, this is really unnecessary. But then we've got to do something to kind of cover this up, you know. So I could just put a grommet around this hole and then just run the wire straight through. I'm thinking that's what I want to do, but I gotta find a couple of my good butt connectors. I got a couple of these really big ones. I think it'll work just fine. I think these are the right gauge. No, 12 to 10. So I need bigger gauge. You know, I'm gonna need like that 8 gauge, I think. And I don't think I have any here. Yeah, I don't think I have any. No, I don't have any of the real big ones. Alright, well, I gotta get some real big ones, like 8 gauge. Those 2 little butt connectors are not cheap. By the way, got the battery box lid on so you can see how that looks. You know, they kind of require you to do that. I still need to float this up in the air and run a couple of bolts in, but I think she'll just fire out. Yeah, love it. Okay, yeah, so they'll require you to, here's the deal on this. So like if you have a closed, this is Tennessee, check your state. You know, if this is open like this, then you're required to have a lid for your battery box. In some states, they want you to do it anyway, whether you have a lid or not. And then in some states, you got to have at least terminals covering your battery, like little rubberized connector things to go over your positive and negative. So you need to check with your state, make sure that you're good, because it'll get you. If they're writing tickets, they're writing tickets. This is the time of year, let me just say this. This is the time of year they will start writing tickets, because this is when most of the people are out on the lake that maybe should be. Or, you know, they're just trying to police it. You know, it's nothing against anybody. It's just they're making sure you got a good, everything you're supposed to have. You know, a fire extinguisher, a whistle, a horn. You know, make sure stuff like this. Can you imagine, like, something falls down there and touches both of those posts? You're right next to this can of gas, you know, and the vents open, and then you got a spark, and then boom, bah, and it's not good. So you just want to get that all straight. He's got that gas switch over there, but we still have the motor wired straight to the battery, because that's what you want. Unless that is ignition protected, you may not want to do that. This is made for a boat. Here's the deal on this. This is like really, like on these, just so you guys know, like on these hydraulic lines, this normally would be mounted, but getting these out of these rubber grommets and then getting your thing through, I've tried this many times and it's a real pain. So, you know, I just suggested just leave it and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. And I got the lid for this one too over here. Same thing with here. If you drop something and it goes on there, you know, probably wouldn't hurt anything there, but you just want to be safe. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for watching all the way through. You're part of our awesome community. Love this video? Hit subscribe for more adventures. The best way to support us is at hawkeyemarine.net. Shop outboard powerheads, lower units, and top quality boat parts. It fuels our content and keeps you on the water. Visit today. We'll see you next time.